George had always been a cheerful and curious child, but his world took a dark turn during his school years. His friends, or those he thought were friends, began to bully him relentlessly. Their words were sharp as knives, cutting into his once vibrant spirit and leaving him wounded. He was called names, mocked for his appearance, and excluded from group activities. The bullying didn't just stop at verbal abuse. At times, it even turned physical. George felt the walls closing in around him, and his safe haven, his school, became a nightmare. The isolation he experienced drove him into a shell, making him withdraw from the world outside. He found solace in reading books and playing games alone, but this also fueled his sense of detachment. His parents noticed the change, but George was too ashamed and afraid to tell them the whole truth. He didn't want to burden them with his pain, so he kept it all inside. The once bright and curious child now found himself with days so dark that thoughts of ending his life started creeping in. Every morning was a struggle to get out of bed, and every night was a struggle to fall asleep. One day, after a particularly harsh incident at school, George stood on the edge of a bridge, ready to let go of the pain forever. But in that moment, something within him held him back. He thought of his family and the love they had shown him. He remembered the small joys of life, like the sound of birds chirping or the smell of his mother's cooking.